guys, and welcome back to Triple Ace RC. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to be doing the weathering and the flat modification on my ME262 back here. The flat modification is just making them full flaps. They are originally came with split flaps, and that is not accurate for this aircraft, so we're going to just cut these out, and then we're just going to glue them to the split flaps, and they should be just fine. And then after that, we're going to be doing weathering on my 262. They are already riveted. All I used was these zigs that I found. The guys on Mary Boozer channel, they were using them, so I decided to give it a shot. And it takes a little while, but it works great. All you do is use the fine tip end, just go in the foam a little bit, and it will make rivets and color them blacks. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in. And that's what they look like. And then back here, like I said, those flaps are split flaps, so we're going to be making them full functioning flaps. And I used a Sharpie to rivet the canopy. So let's get to it, guys. Hey guys, so this is going to be my setup for the weathering. I have this little air compressor that's from Harbor Freight. Works really great. And I bought this little airbrusher from Amazon. It's a double action, so you press it and pull it back of how much air pressure you want. And then I bought the little regulator on the bottom as well for it. And then I have this guy right here where I can clean out my airbrush and it won't make any odors in the house. So these are my paints I got off of Amazon. You can buy these as kits. So we're going to do a darker color. Sorry, the dog's here. She wants to hang out with me while I work on these things. And then we'll do a dark color, probably black, for the ME262. And then I'll either use a piece of cardboard, anything with a flat edge to get my lines, or a piece of paper. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so like I said, this is the paint set I use from Amazon. I bought this is a black color, and you do not need to add any water to this. This is already pre-mixed. All you have to do is just drip it into your airbrush and you're good to go. So I used it on that PT-17 Stearman in one of my videos that you guys watched, or if you haven't, go check it out. And it works really well. So let's get this all set up here, and I'll show you a couple of my lines I do. Well, here she is, guys. Made sure to put some black in here to make sure that it's like burnt from the machine guns. And I try to make a little ding right here where it got hit by flak or something, because I have a little damage right here anyways. And then I'm trying to make some bolt holes right here and here. But all in all, I'm real happy with it. She's nice and dirtied up now. And I'll try to make a little bullet hole right here too. Oh yeah, she's real dirty now. You can't really do bad or good on weathering, guys. This is my first time doing it, and I'm real happy how it turned out. I try to make sure I put the panel lining, even though when I got this plane it didn't have any panel lining, but you can see where I did the rivets, that's where I tried to make my panel lining at. But I'm real happy with it. Turned out really good. And all I said was you just use this piece of paper. You just put that there, you just brush towards this way. That's what I did right here. All along here, and then I did that right there and here. Now I mixed in a little bit of brown and black, so I put black on first right here and then brown. Same for this bullet hole and then these two bullet holes. Yeah, real happy with it. All right, well, we're going to continue on with the plane. All right, guys, so get the weathering done on the plane. Now what we're going to do is cut these top pieces of flaps out, and we're going to glue them together to the split flaps to make them full functioning flaps. So that way I don't cut into the split flaps. I'm going to lower the flaps, and then I'll cut these out. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. There we go. Get my battery. Gears up. Slats up. Okay. Make sure my throttle cuts on.
Throttle cut off. Throttle cut on.
Okay.
Takeoff flaps. Landing flaps.
So you see how they're the split flaps on the real one, they were full functioning flaps. So what I'm going to do is cut these out, and we'll glue them to these split flaps, and then we should have full functioning flaps. So I'm going to disconnect my battery and turn my radio off now. Alright. Take a little hobby knife and we'll start cutting here. I'm going to cut right on this line right here. other side. Sorry guys, I don't really have a whole lot of room in here. Let's see, right. Right here. Cut on the seam. And this side. Yeah, turn the radio back on and we'll raise them up.
Flaps up.
Trim this guy off a little bit. Oh, that's going to look so much better. Alright. Get some CA glue and your accelerator. Hold it, put some pressure there. Oh yeah. That's gonna look good. Go to this one. Get a towel just to wipe off some of the excess glue on the edge. to the next side. It's a real simple modification to do this. I saw that RC Geek on his ME262, he did it to his, and I was like, ooh, that looks so easy to do, so decided to give it a try. See how it turned out.
Take off flaps.
There we go.
Landing flaps. Take off flaps. Flaps up.
I need to trim some of that
Landing
off right
flaps.
there.
Flaps up. Landing flaps. Flaps up. Landing flaps. Flaps up.
All right.
Landing flaps. Flaps up.
One thing I don't like about the flap systems on here is, I'll show you. Let me flip this plane around. Just strap my battery in here. See if I can zoom you guys in here. So these flaps have servos on it, but there's this little rod right here that has some play in it. So it's the only thing I don't like about it. But other than that, it works really well. I may try to
Landing flaps.
ooh, that one popped. Kind of like paint this the same color as this, but so far I like it. Alright guys, here's the finished product. I got the flaps cut out right here and here on the other wing. So what happened was I cut too short on the flaps right here. So I went up a little bit more and then just glue that little piece to the flaps. Let me zoom in right here. So I cut right here. And then that was too short, so I went a little bit farther back and I cut this piece out and glued it to this flap right here. So, show you how they work.
Take off flaps. Flaps up. Take off flaps.
So I have a delay on it, about 4 seconds to make it look like real flaps.
Landing flaps.
So that's what they look like now. Real happy with it, turned out really good.
Flaps up.
So, and then the weathering's all done too. The weathering looks great, real happy with it. I think this plane's pretty much done. Ready to take it back out to the field and go fly it again, so. I would really recommend this jet to anybody who's never flown an EDF before. This was my first EDF that I've ever flown, and it flies so great. It's like a big trainer, and it's very stable, and I wouldn't recommend doing like high rates because it will get a little bit squirrely. I think on my rates I have on my radio. Let me double check. So my low rates are 35% on the airlines and 5% Expo. And then we're good here.
Mid rates.
My mid rates are 53%, 5% Expo.
High rates.
And my high rates are 60%, 5% Expo. Just because it gets really squirrely when I've flown it on full rates. So I dropped it down a little bit, but I normally fly it on low rates, and then when it's like really windy out, I'll put it up to mid rates. Well, thanks for watching my channel, guys. I got another project coming up soon, so please stay tuned for some more episodes, and we'll see you here next time on Triple SRC.